And yeah.
Entities turn to ban.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. It's Dyer's band now. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer's turn to pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Tuesday.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer's turn to ban.
Face the light!
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. It's Dyer's band now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. It's Radiant's band now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant pick. Dyer's turn to pick.
Mereska has arrived.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant's turn to pick.
Ancient apparition.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant pick.
Points away.
Dire's turn to pick.
Warlock.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Dire's turn to ban.
Puck.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. It's Dire's ban now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Pick. Radiant pick.
Tide Hunter.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Choose your hero.
The lesson for you is not try.
Prepare for battle.
That may have been a mistake.
I feed you to my fiends. Long have I waited, long have I waited. Zan Korabos Kor Koramord.
Самый умный, что ли?
30 seconds to showtime.
Единственный, кто может
Oh,
меня
I see
победить.
lots of good digging spots out there. What are we waiting for? Let the battle begin! Whew, okay, play your cards right and this gig will land on easy street.
I mean, so overall, are you preferring one of the two drafts here in this game too?
Unsure. The matchup, the CK versus the Luna, is a little bit of that concern just because the Luna versus the A like they were mentioning toward the end. And then the literal zero stuns, really, reliable stuns for a puck is a concern. So slightly favoring VPs, but Entity, they've got a very good way of being able to fight early, setting that tempo and responding to a lot of these ganks. So I've really been liking Dawn as well too. They do have a really good tri-core that can scale if they do get off to a good start into those later stages too. Only slightly, I would say, I would be... I'd love to see how these lanes go.
And in particular, right, Squad X last game, as you were saying, had an incredible time, and his Pango didn't die much at all. This time round on the puck, the potential for a similar sort of performance from him?
Absolutely, yeah, he definitely has free reign. There's literally nothing really he has to watch out for these stuns. Yeah, should have some really, really good game, and the lane as well too is pretty nice for our puck, in particular versus that Pango. Should be able to get some good So yeah, the Luna pick though, you know, this is a pretty old school kind of pick to deal with the Tidehunter. I know a lot of the other heroes were banned out, so Watson wanting to play with this. That's also not only just good in the lane, but also fits well with that tempo style that they're looking for. Well, let's see, because also, you know, they've gotten back to, I would say, earlier in this tournament, even going back to a Warlock, a hero that's actually just been untouched in these last few days.
I mean, why is that? What is it just sort of other supports rising up in favorability over the Warlock in most cases?
I think most people, I think the lane is starting to be pretty difficult for a Warlock, and you're also incredibly immobile. You're literally one of the most immobile heroes in Dota, so if people are just like pulling you around the map constantly, it can be very, very problematic. And yeah, you don't really provide an actual, you know, disable or anything like that. You just provide that big team to back up your team.
So far, looking at these side lanes, I mean, what is sort of to be expected out of them? Who's going to struggle the most in this early game?
Ooh, struggle the most. It's going to be someone bottom, I'd imagine. I'm not sure who, though, because right now Notice is he's kind of standing his own, and he does have the point in Kraken, so he might be okay. Maybe just like one of these supports or something like that. I think the cores overall should be pretty okay. The Dawn, maybe? I guess the Dawn top lane is a bit of a struggle as he does get brought down.
Be able to get in there. First blood for Kuritish.
It's always tough to really slow down CK. He does go for the very aggressive Reality Rift point. I've seen a lot of players go for the level 2 Chaos Strike, but since he has AA, he goes for instant aggression, so...
One of those classic kill lanes, that duo.
Yeah. Sometimes the Willow is able to dissuade that a little bit there, but the Dawn, I mean, you heard Saberlight saying in particular, this is one of those matchups that he does not like to play CK in lane.
There's only so much you can really do offensively against the CK, right? Kuritish is always going to have that sustain.
Yeah.
Only easy to drop sort of aggressive spells on towards him. Maybe they find FNG, they can try bombing again. Gabby is going to get caught. Cold Pete proc, a lot of damage coming down on him. He's prepared for the south. But
good thing he brought that.
Not an easy time trading with these two.
Oh, careful. Chilling touch. Does get hit, loses quite a bit of that effectiveness.
It's looking to be a pretty easy lane for the CK.
Yep.
There's been many a time with this hero. One of the reasons why he can grab it up nice and early in the drafts.
In Watson's lane, it should be fine. The Tides is going to start getting slowed here. But does have, of course, he does go for that Kraken Shell point, so he's able to get some dispels and stuff onto the Fatal Bonds. But 2 points now, up on that Lunar Blessing. Get some good damage to at least Zone Notice.
Mid lane seems to be very even here between Squadix and Stormer. The action around these 4 minute
Already getting
runes.
Getting a move here from Seush. He's already playing around toward bottom. Rune, who's going to get it? Storm will look to pick that one up.
Indeed, at least be able to have that one-on-one secure for him by Seush's positioning. Cell's not sending any further members over towards that mid lane right now. Top lane is being popped here by FNG. Maybe seeing if they can try for another attempt onto Gabby.
They've got another blood grenade at the ready too, so Gabby's not careful. Dangerous. Katomi will get a side pull, but should be able to deny a decent amount of XP here.
Trying the best to hold the lane in a position that won't give the opportunity for VP to set up with these two.
That'll be nice. That'll be really, really nice here for Gabby. Under the wave. Should be able to keep it. It's going to push a little bit out, but nice farm. Notice now starting to kind of cut the wave, and he's actually putting the second point into this Kraken Shell. Something you don't see too often nowadays on these Tides, but versus this lane, he just wants to sit down here versus Luna, so definitely stand. Yeah, even opting away from pointing Gush at all. Gabby.
They're gonna not quite be able to get the Rift Drag back this time round, so Gabby manages to walk it off. Double wave coming in towards him under the tower. No best here on this top lane despite that early death.
And, I mean, look at Fishman. Looks like he's trying to make some type of aggressive move here with 2 points and up people. Watson's already gotten, I mean, he's got level 4, so he's just kind of hitting some jungle creeps for the time being. Does open up the movements for Seush, where now he can just leave his Tidehunter completely alone as soon as they do scout this out. Kuritish
getting aggressive on towards him. And they go with a swing of the hammer, bringing Kuritish down low.
Got the stun, though, before the Starbreaker stun connects.
He's going to be able to get back under his tower. Catch him, he's trying to do that final bit of damage here. The Fatal Bonds bringing Kuritish down low. That doesn't look to be enough to take him down, though. Kuritish will survive the attempt.
Good stun. If he gets hit from the Starbreaker stun, he's likely to go down there, but is able to get that interrupt.
Still sticking around with the three of them top here. Entity FNG steps up.
Ramble.
It's not going to catch him.
Connecting.
Way around it. Will still have to hit from the shadow round though, so FNG will still fall. Entity with the three of them, they'll get the kill. Same time down bottom. See, rotation from Stormstormer coming in with the Rolling Thunder. Look at bring down Notice. The back of a Sayish, but only so much a Pugner can do. Notice, he'll fall. Entity finding a couple of kills up and down the map.
Very nice rotations. I mean, they're the first ones to make the hit.
Virtus stepping back in. There's still the three of them around here, Entity. He'll have the back of a Squadix, so he'll look for a rotation top of the puck. By the looks of it, wasn't even needed. Virtus pretty much taking down Fishman on his own. He chases out the Warlock.
Squadix will not get his bottle filled. He was just tempting there from FNG. He comes back and kind of full heals. I think he got like, what, 2 or 3 chaos strikes? So back up to a very healthy point here. Stick himself up here.
In the stats going here around the Ancients. Wisdom Rune.
Your soul to
Close early
crush.
game. Stormstormer going to be incredibly active, trying to sort of mirror what we've seen from Squadix in that last game on his Pango.
I like
a lot of action. Already
Yep.
7 minutes in. Immediate smoke up with Fishman. He's going to look to make another play top.
I love it. Even without Rolling Thunder, I like that he's looking to make these moves to apply pressure here.
Radiant's bottom tower's still there, but not for long.
See what
2
they
of them
can do.
here, it's definitely pretty difficult to get the CKs.
It's here.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Catch vision of him soon under the ward.
Rolling Thunder and this Dawn, they should be able to have
Tower
it.
is under attack.
The shield crash. Is going to be any sort of backup coming in for Kiritish? It doesn't look like it. He's being left on his own. Fishman trying to live with the body blocks, and indeed Kiritish is struggling to get away from these three. Rolling Thunder's back up and be able to take down the CKs. VP not able to put any sort of response in play there and just let Kiritish go down.
Nicely done. And they're even setting up for the power rune too, so Katomi, he'll be able to deny that one away from the puck. He'll be able to get Stormstormer with an invis, and they'll even get the whole tower. Meanwhile, bottom, they do get the tower as well too, as Notice has been left completely on his own with the Luna jungling, so trades back and forth. Very even early game, first 8 minutes.
Invisibility.
Gabby and Stormstormer then. If they can go again onto Kiritish.
Be active.
Just come back into lane, they're going to go straight for him with the combo. He's got the Phantasm.
Nice dodge.
Get it off, turns the Gale's Bar over towards Stormstormer.
He could be in
Stormstormer
trouble.
taking heavy hits here for the Phantasm. So we're going to open him up.
He died.
The dive there on the swashbuckle out. Stormstormer getting punished as VP turn. Set up here with the Dream Coil, the Squadix should manage to ensure that they get a couple of kills out of this. Jumps in with the waning wrist. VP, they'll take out the 2.
Oh, that was so sick. I mean, little individual plays, but honestly, Kiritix, Phantasm dodging the Starbreaker that time, and then honestly a little bit of RNG, but Chaos Strike right at the end there. They try to make an aggressive move. It actually hurts quite a lot, because now that Dawn ult is on cooldown as well. Full on with it already for the CK.
Unlikely to be able to make that sort of play again with just the 2. They'll definitely need the third hero ready on the offensive if they want to try and tackle Kiritish.
Watson, of course, he'll be like, all right, guys, good job. He's gone for the full farm build. You know, that they were contemplating on the panel which route he's going to go for. It is looking like it's going to be 1-4-4 Mask of Madness, just all about just getting his timings.
Gabby.
Coming out.
They've got eyes on him here. VP stepping up. Kiritish opens up onto Gabby.
Ice Blast at the ready, but not going to be able to throw it out.
Chris Speedy here with the phase boots and the pick pop.
There's good in you, Melaska.
Entity themselves. Hopefully seeing if they could have caught Noticed once.
Radiant are scanning for
Clean up a
enemies.
camp, but Noticed is playing it safe.
They should almost always have kill potential, but if they do have one of these combinations of either a Rolling Thunder or like an Eclipse when the beam levels do come out on Watson, should have good kill threat onto this Tidehunter if he does step up too far when they have to.
Radiant's middle tower's not feeling the love.
Try and go for this play. Top while it's being and see if they can go for Gabby. Get this Stormbreaker.
Oh, he's far off the coil.
The coil set up, the blast on point. It's a quick and easy one.
More than enough. The AA pick is going to have a lot of merit this game versus this Dawn and versus this Luna.
Always going to be difficult for Gabby when he... Looking around the mid lane. Stormer. Got the numbers already turning with the silence of the blast onto Kataomi. Kataomi's gone.
And it's a roll, and he just... For Stormer, it's gotten delayed a lot. I mean, 14 minutes still pretty decent timing, but with these last 2 deaths, could have come out much sooner. We'll be able to get their Wisdom Rune though, Kataomi, so doesn't go away.
To see. They do want to try and make something happen with the 2 supports in Stormer. They've obviously got their ults. They'll even, maybe, no, okay, wasn't just passing by. He's not going to be part of this move. It's just going to be down to the 3 of them, Stormer, Kataomi, and Fishman. To make something...
Let's see what they find, too. I mean, ideal is, of course, finding Kiritich. I mean, if they run into the puck, if his orb is down, perhaps they can get him, but
it's hard to
a very difficult kill to find.
It might have to be some sort of golem drop into Rolling Thunder, but even if you do that, you're actually locking him down long enough.
He probably won't.
Probably not.
No, and he's out. He breaks the smoke.
It's just not the hero they want to be going for.
No, it's not easy. Not easy for them to set up ganks. And not easy for them to really pose threats onto these towers early on either. Luna, of course, not wanting to turn up, while on the side of VP, they can look to turn up for towers. They have Pugna Blast, they have the Meteor Hammers constantly too, so they can whittle these towers down slowly during this downtime. Yeah, the lead growing and growing.
How do Entity find some sort of action? I mean, it feels like, despite the fact that they want to be looking for it, they're probably their best efforts at finding a fight is just going to be turning around what the VP bring to them. They've got to be prepared, they've got to set up, indeed with that turnaround potential off the back of maybe a whip dole from VP. Perhaps the Squad H jumps in, misses the Dream Coil, or a Ravage doesn't come in time. Then there might be the situation for Entity to turn and take the team fight themselves.
Definitely complicated until they do have like a Blink Dagger or something like that on Storm just start to fight themselves. The counter initiation is likely what has to happen. I mean, Kiritich is literally just having, he's not getting any pressure whatsoever. I mean, Watson isn't either, of course, but you can see the 3 cores on the side of VP just getting that little bit more as the time builds up. And even FNG, I mean, he's getting his space. His Midas is starting to get queued up.
Farming these areas of the map over on Entity's half as well. VP not allowing Entity to get a whole lot of team out at these moments.
They're denying quite a bit, yeah. 3 to 8, but they're doing some significant economical damage with these last few moves. And smoked up, they've got everything at the ready. I believe a Blink finished up on Squad.
I'm going to coil into a Ravage, into an Ice Blast. Somebody's going to die on Entity.
Anybody, yeah. Here it comes. One of
the Ice Blast. For Fishman, they won't need to drop much at all for him. It's the Ice Blast really being expended. Dream Coil and Ravage still there, good to go.
It's complicated for the usual situations when there's a Dawn in the game, right? It's when these moves happen, it's like a Dawn ult is able to come in time or anything like that, but the heroes are just dead. They're immediately just getting exploded, and even if not, I mean, the Ice Blast is going to be able to prevent any healing, so it's complicated for Entity. It feels like in these next few moments.
Radiant's middle tower is
under murder. And you have tower pressure, it's starting to build up too, with that gradual push of the Hammer and Pugna Blast.
Gabby.
Codex got an Arcane Rune. Looking for a target. Gabby will be able to get away. Watson also quickly TPing out.
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Just don't really have a hero on Entity that can safely sit underneath these towers. I mean, whoever does whilst the wave's getting pushed in underneath them, unless they have the numbers on Entity, VP, they won't be afraid to dive.
And Stormstormer, he's found.
And he's very dead.
See you later.
Coil and an Ice Blast, they'll pretty much do the job every single time on any... anyone gets caught by the rift here of the CK, they will die in an instant. Squad X leading in. Ice Blast is going to get the hit onto Fishman. He should be fine, but still being held back in the fountain. 24 minutes in, and VP there on the verge of taking the barracks here. Fortification comes out. Smoke up from entities, they're trying to get in position for the high ground defense.
And BKB Watson, this is an attempt here to strike. He's looking for the flank around.
Bottom barracks is falling.
Still into Aegis 30 seconds though, and the Rex is gone.
It's just so hard for them to start a fight. If they step in with one sort of footsteps into the wrong position, and notice he's going to be responding with a Ravage, and suddenly the whole combo is going to come crashing down onto Entity. It's just seemingly impossible for them to enter into any sort of battle with VP.
And VP's not even giving them any opportunities either. They just back right up, go back to farming, and look at FNG.
Aegis AFK.
He almost has a hex. He almost has a hex.
He's living alive. He doesn't
chilling.
even need to be anywhere close. I mean, he's been doing so much with the Ice Blast alone.
Yep.
He can happily farm wherever he wants. Get this, definitely one of the faster hex timings you'll see on an AA done.
Yeah, I mean, Panel was saying that it's Anthony who has to try to get a fast hex to deal with this puck, right? But it's actually going to be FNG.
Just another thing really for Storm to have to worry about.
Absolutely. Watson just not in a position where you want to be on this Luna now. 4,000 behind or so from the CK. Very vulnerable. Has to have his team kind of rally behind him at this point right now. VP. They're ready for any fight that comes to them. On to the next tier 2. Still no glyphs available for quite some time.
Is that what the hex pretty much done? Yeah, just 300 gold. And that hex will be there on FNG.
He's like, let me Midas. Thank you. You guys can take the farm now. Just kidding, it's mine. Yeah, that, wow. I can take pre-30 minutes. Another building to fall. Onto the high ground they go.
They don't need no Aegis to push here, VP. I mean, last game we saw them sort of take it safe back off, wait for Roach timers. This game, they've got that much of a lead that I don't think they'll be needing to wait for anything. They're in with the push. Tier 3 towers starting to fall. That's the hex completed 26 minutes in on FNG's AA.
Insane how fast the tower drops. Squad X even looking for now. I mean, he can kind of waltz in like this. That's how much freedom the puck has. He can just walk in, start hitting the range barracks bottom while his team also takes up mid.
Goes in on Entity. They're going to jump unnoticed. He's in with the Ravage. Changes Gabby. Gabby's out of the game. No buyback for him. Storm roller. Heads over the water tide. Kyrgios just pulls in Fishman. Focuses the Warlock. Couple more hits. Fishman will actually manage to walk away from this one. The damage is just not coming out from Entity. VP, they're perfectly fine to continue to push in beyond the barracks. Force Entity back to the fountain. Kyrgios is able to continue down onto the barracks.
Can't even hurt them.
Entity can't do anything.
They get the connection on Squad X actually with absolutely everything, but he just gets glimmered and then just gets completely pumped back up from Sage all the way back to full HP.
That's Brax completely taken down.
And that's pretty much all their ults besides the Dawn.
Phantasm's ready to go.
Bottom barracks.
VP, they'll stick around. They'll keep the push going onto this top tier 3. It's a tough one here for Entity. Able to put up at least a bit of a fight in game 1, but this game 2, really feeling like there's nothing they can do in this one, Fog.
No hope whatsoever as VP. Look at how cautious they're being. They back up together just in case. The heroes are responding. It's not even ults up for most of them, not even BKB on the Luna, and they still play kind of careful, claiming a high ground, waiting for that opportune moment to strike again. Roche soon on the horizon. It's going to be a bit of a longer spawn, 2 minutes. But Entity maybe feeling like they just have to kind of like smoke out and look for a fight or something. It's just, I mean, it feels very desperate at this.
They need everything though to have a chance, and once again, Golem's still on cooldown. You've got to wait 70 seconds for that.
I mean, even then, like, how do you kill the CK has 1,400 HP with Indicator's Axe?
He is not dying here, Kiritish.
Truly does not feel like it. Ravage back up in 40 seconds, VP. Close it out.
Watson in the front left, and up he's going to get dream caught immediately. Running his way out of it, but he hits an ice block. If he comes in, it's going to bring him incredibly.
And he just caught up.
He's out of the game. Watson goes down, has to buy back straight away. Outside of the base, Storm and Gabby trying to get some sort of attack. Watson the BKB, but Kyrgios just turns and just easily able to going to trade back towards him. Now they might be able to have a chance of focusing the CK. Kiritic walking it off again defensively. Secret by Sayer, and he's able to reset and get back in. Kiritic turns back forward with the rift. Anderson overlords Gabby. Double kill for Squadix. They're just cleaning things up here, virtus.pro. Triple kill for Squadix on the puck. As Entity, they'll continue to throw buybacks into this action, but they're just not killing anybody.
They're so good at just resetting. Honestly, Sayush in this one, 4 stabs and saves onto Kiritic when it looked like perhaps he could maybe go down there. Again and again, they just bail him out of any potential threat. As Watson, this is the last hurrah, the smoke to wrap around.
He is. Like
He's so fragile, and he reveals himself on a sentry. Squadix is just in.
And they just, the Dagon burst already bring him down. Incredibly low. Squadix able to jump forward. Watson trying to turn on about them. Gravity is there, and indeed, this game's over. This series is done. GG, well played is called. virtus.pro knocking Entity out of the competition. 2-0 here today.
Well, G got what he wanted in this one. That's for sure. This was an absolute dominant game from absolutely everywhere, right? Like every single thing seemed to go absolutely perfect. Kiritic 10-1 and 5. Squadix, we expected him to have an incredible game, but 8-0 and 8, it seemingly he made no mistakes.
I mean, this was, yeah, some crazy stuff. I mean, for Entity, they had a great series earlier today, but coming in on this one at the end of it all against virtus.pro, it was quite the difference between these two teams. To be sure, that first game, being able to draw it out to 61 minutes, but the win for virtus.pro was inevitable. And yeah, this game too. These guys looking fantastic out here on the stage, playing better than ever for virtus.pro.
Yeah, really loving that the way that they're playing with like how active that they're being in particular from their mid lane. I mean, Squadix, the first game on Pango, making moves with his teammates, making everything happen again on the puck. He really shut down the Pango. He shut down Stormer to be able to make down any, Stormer wants to make that space, but he just, wow.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, for sort of future teams looking at virtus.pro in this sort of game and having to go up against them, is that who are you targeting? Who is sort of the main threat right now on virtus.pro? Is it pretty much a very sort of split team effort from the squad?
It really does feel like team effort because you can highlight every single one of them. Yes, the core has played amazing, but look at the saves, right? This Pugna, the invisible kind of impact, these little glimmers, 4 stabs, resets, life strains. Everybody's just doing their job perfectly. Gotta be tough tasks for a lot of teams. I mean, VP definitely surprising a lot of people.
Absolutely, and they're going to be feeling pretty fantastic after this one, as I say. Moving on, and of course, getting to go to the next stage of the International at the Climate Pledge Arena. They'll be looking forward to that. And just that Game 2 victory, just one of those ones where everyone got to have a lot of fun. FNG, anyway, 22 assists, 0-2 and 22 involved in 22 to 25 kills that game. A perfect performance on the apparition, and sort of a 26 minutes hex. I don't think we're going to be seeing that again. I mean, maybe if we get another VP stomp like that one and FNG's on the AA once more, but all in all, yeah, fantastic stuff from virtus.pro here today as they'll take this series 2-0 against Entity. Moving on here at the International.